Good afternoon, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So, it's time for some more murder on the Orient Express, and in fact, murder that also is not on the Orient Express, given that we were introduced to a American police officer, and she's telling us how she ended up being on this train. And that's kind of where we are. Hello Nick, hello Drag. I hope you're doing well. And let's get back into it, eh?
They removed Daisy's body. The autopsy would take place in the morning. But I had one more stop to make.
We've got to tell these poor people that we found their daughter. Unfortunately.
Oh no!
That night, I swore to find the monster who killed that child.
The train. Where we are stuck with a snowdrift.
Ratchet? On train? Saw me? How? Daisy.
She was awake?
Then she collapsed again.
I take the responsibility. She was weaker than I realized.
Oh.
Lie still while I examine you. Pupils dilated?
I'm all right.
You are far from all right. You have been heavily sedated. Your pulse is very weak.
Oh.
I have to finish my story. Ratchet can't escape again. Can't escape.
Have no fear of that, mademoiselle. Ratchet will not escape.
We must hear her story.
This woman needs rest. I will let you know when she is recovered enough to continue. But I warn you, it will be some time.
I understand, Doctor. Thank you.
I have completed my preliminary examination of the deceased. I think that it will interest you.
Indeed it will. And I have other witnesses to interrogate. You are right. Let's not put this poor woman in danger. There will be plenty of time for her to finish her story when she has recovered. By all means, tell me the results of your examination.
Character analysis. Well, she's American, and she's a police detective. And she's definitely older than 18, so probably 32.
That's the right answer.
Alright, time of death, please.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Rigor mortis was advanced, but not complete. I estimate the death occurred between midnight and 2 in the morning.
That tallies with the witness statements I've collected so far.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't it like just before 1, right? Given when we were woken up.
What is the cause of death?
Multiple stab wounds to the upper torso. It's odd there are no signs of a struggle. That might indicate one of the first wounds was enough to kill him.
It seems that Monsieur Ratchet had taken sleeping pills during the night.
Ah, that would explain the lack of defensive wounds.
.045. Yeah. I wanted to say it was 37, but yeah, 45 is, I think, more accurate. Does he smoke?
Mr. McQueen and Mr. Masterman told me that Monsieur Ratchet didn't smoke. Can you confirm this?
I can't say without a more extensive post-mortem.
Also, we don't actually need to know if he smokes, we need to know if he vapes. I mean, I know there's a huge crossover there, but...
What can you tell me about the stab wounds?
I counted 12 in all.
12?
1 or 2 are so slight as to be practically scratches. On the other hand, at least 3 would be capable of causing death. The angle of the wounds is instructive. Most appear to have been struck by a right-handed person. But you see, this one, under the right armpit, it's not a deadly blow, given the depth, but a right-hander couldn't have done it. It was most certainly struck with the left hand.
So, our murderer is left-handed.
Oh, we have
no,
two
it is more
murderers.
difficult than that, is it not?
As you say, Mr. Poirot, some of these other blows are just as obviously right-handed.
I mean, either the murderer was ambidextrous, or there's more than one of them. Multiple killers, or the body being moved. No, I don't think it was moved, because we didn't find blood anywhere else in the compartment, unless he was killed not in his own compartment. So, multiple killers, I think.
Do we have a first and second murderer, as the great Shakespeare would put it? The first murderer stabs his victim and exits left, turning off the light. Then a second murderer comes in the dark, does not see his or her work has been done, and stabs a dead body.
Magnificent.
You think so? I'm glad. It sounds to me a little like nonsense.
It does make sense that we heard multiple things happen during the night. If there was more than one murderer, right? Yeah, if he wasn't killed in his own compartment, yeah, you're right, there'd be blood trails, wouldn't there? So yeah, I'm pretty sure he was killed in his bed and not moved.
Thank you, Doctor. Excellent work under difficult circumstances.
So we need to
Please
find out...
let me know when I may speak again with Mademoiselle Locke.
Of course.
We need to know who on this train is left-handed. What's the best way to find out who's a vape smoker? Ask passengers if they like the taste of bananas. No. Ask passengers if they smoke? That seems more reasonable. Or offer passengers a cigarette. No, ask them if they smoke, I think.
Yes, that's certainly a good place to start.
What's the best way to find out who's a vape smoker? Recall a conversation about vapes or cigarettes. Ask Book to remember who smokes a vape. Remember people I have seen smoking. We haven't seen very many people smoking, right? Book might have noticed.
Book
No.
doesn't smoke. Even
Okay.
if he did, I doubt he would remember.
Yeah, that's fair. Book might not even remember. Recall the conversation?
I don't
No,
remember
okay.
any conversations about smoking. The topic is of no interest to me.
Remember people I've seen smoking then, because I don't remember personally, but...
Yes, I have personally seen some passengers smoking. I just have to remember who they were.
What's the best way to find out who's a vape smoker? Ask someone who smokes a lot if they know a vape smoker. Ooh, yeah, because Smokers tend to congregate while they smoke, right? Yeah, don't you have to get off the train to smoke? Exactly. So I feel like if we find someone who smokes a lot and just ask them who they've interacted with while they're smoking, or we could, waiting for the next stop is not going to work because we're not moving right now. So yeah, ask someone who smokes a lot if they know a vape smoker.
Yes, I suppose it's likely they will give me the list of who smokes what. Et voilà.
Okay, right. Must lock and direct it. What links them? There's the photo. Let's lock it. Hid from Ratchet. She's a police officer. No. Right. She hid from Ratchet since she was spying on him. And yeah, that goes to there anyway. Ratchet's probably
My
a
little grey cells did not let me down.
Probably shady. Alright. Continue the interrogations then. Ooh, I'm gonna look out the window. It's very pretty here. Okay, where are we? 26. It's probably best to start from one end, right? Can't get through there because that goes to the engine. Wait, no, that's 106. So we can go in 105. 105 is where she is. Does
How
the
is
doctor know
Mademoiselle
any
Locke,
smokers?
Doctor?
Her vital signs are improving, but she is still unconscious.
I understand. Thank you for looking after her.
Wait, no, so that was 105, that's where we were. 106.
Captain Arbuthnot, I beg your pardon, but could you answer a few questions for me?
I'm grateful you found my ticket, Poirot, but now is not convenient.
I certainly didn't expect such a resistance.
Suspicious. You're suspicious, Arbuthnot. Whether you're suspicious about regarding this particular thing, or whether you're just suspicious in general, is a different question. Oh, we can't go in the toilet now. Alright, let's go bother some first class passengers. Wait, this is my this is my room. Yeah, that's what I meant. Suspicious, and he's suspicious in general because he's trying to hide his involvement with that woman. I guess everyone's in the dining car or the bar then. Is that a golden mustache? No. That's the flush for the toilet.
Most of the passengers pass by the bar during the day. They eat, drink, write. Maybe I can use this information for my investigation.
I was gonna say, well, the woman that Captain Arbuthnot was involved with is here, and therefore not in his room then. Let's get Mr. Farcher to observe the hands of passengers. Ask passengers directly if they're right-handed or left-handed. or ask Book if this passenger information is stored somewhere, then I very much doubt, that the train company records the handedness of its patrons. So now we're down to asking Mr. Voucher or asking them directly. Hello, Thomas. Yeah, the pollen season is kicking my butt a little bit. I didn't used to be... I didn't used to have hay fever. But it seems I get it now. I feel like observing them would be better than directly asking them.
Adequate. Yes, it could work. He appears to be an observant young man and serves the passengers regularly.
Yeah, that's the bartender, right? What's the best way to know if someone's right-handed or left-handed? Hand them something. Or ask them to write something. Hand them something.
This is wrong.
No.
But I'm never far from the truth. Possible.
Okay.
But they could deliberately use their non-dominant hand.
I mean, sometimes I do carry things in my non-dominant hand, actually, but... Okay, ask them to write something.
Adequate. Yes, if I ask them to write something trivial, they may do it instinctively with their dominant hand.
And if they do it with their non-dominant hand, it's probably going to be obvious. Unless they're ambidextrous. What's the best way to know if they're right-handed or left-handed? Ask Mr. Michael... he's the conductor, I think. Keep track of who's left-handed. No. Remember a conversation with Monsieur Buc about the hands of the passengers? Doubt. For people I've tested before, remember if they use their right or left hand.
Fantastic. Yes, I will remember which people use their right or left hand. That was easy.
Alright. Beginning with you, Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle Debenham, I have a few questions for you.
Of course.
Let's start with your movements last night.
There's little to tell. I went to bed and slept.
Did you know the man who was killed?
I saw him for the first time during lunch yesterday.
Did you notice anything about him?
Well, if I believed in auras, I might say he seemed dark.
Yes, ask her to write her address.
Would you mind writing your address on this paper for me?
Not at all.
Right-handed. Oh, I was supposed to actually pick that. Right-handed.
That's it. Mademoiselle Debenham is right-handed.
How did the policewoman's story go near the end after she found the missing girl's body? We reported that to her parents that the body was found. It was actually a very, very short scene with just some crying. About Miss Olsen.
Do you recall what time Mademoiselle Olsen went to get some aspirin from Madame Hubbard?
I remember glancing at the clock. She left our room just after 10:30 p.m.
Was she away for a long time?
About 5 minutes.
That confirms what Madame Hubbard told me. Do you smoke by any chance?
No, I never have.
Oh yes, because there was the person we saw in the scarlet kimono as well, wasn't there?
Do you own a scarlet nightgown?
No, it isn't mine.
Whose then?
I don't know. What do you mean?
You
Yeah.
do not say, I have no such thing. You say, it isn't mine. Meaning that you know who it belongs to, am I correct?
Oh, I see. No. I woke up this morning about 5 a.m. with the feeling that the train had been standing still for a long time. I opened the door, and I saw someone in a scarlet kimono some way down the corridor. Her back was turned. It was impossible to see who it was.
I understand.
Still a really suspicious way of answering that.
Thank you for your assistance, mademoiselle.
Alright. Who's next? Mademoiselle Olsen.
Mademoiselle, I am sorry to disturb you, but I need to ask you a few questions.
Are you the investigator?
I am.
We are lucky you are on the train. What do you want to know?
If it was impossible to know who it was, how do you know it was a she? That's a very good question. I guess that's just an assumption.
I hear, mademoiselle, that you were the last person to see the murdered man alive.
I do not know. It may be so. I opened the door of his compartment by mistake. I was much ashamed. It was a most awkward mistake.
You actually saw him?
Yeah, he was reading a book.
And what did you do after that, mademoiselle?
I went into the American lady, Mrs. Hubbard. I asked her for some aspirin, and she gave it to me. I usually carry extra aspirin for the refugees, but I gave mine to a camp in Turkey. They needed it more than me.
I seem to remember from what we saw of the Scarlet Kimono that it was quite free flowing off of the running person's shoulders. Right, nationality. I believe we were told before that she was Swedish. Nurse? Probably a nurse. And old. 72.
Think, Poirot.
Nope.
That is
Not a
not a
nurse.
good answer.
Housewife, then.
No, not good.
Or maybe she's a lot younger than I thought she was just then. Yep. I'm bad at judging
My
age.
little grey cells did not let me down. Did Mrs. Hubbard ask you whether the communicating door between her compartment and that of Monsieur Ratchet was bolted?
Yes,
And was it?
yes.
And after that, what did you do?
After that, I went back to my compartment, took the aspirin, and lay down. That was around 10:50 p.m.
And about your roommate.
Is there anyone else in your compartment?
Yeah, a young English lady. Very nice, very amiable.
After the train left Vinkovsky, did she leave the compartment?
No, I am sure she did not.
Why are you so sure if you were asleep?
I sleep very lightly. I am used to waking at a sound. I am sure that if she had come down from the berth above, I should have awakened.
Did you yourself leave the compartment after that?
Not until this morning.
If you're a very light sleeper, what did you hear during the night? Yeah, the life of a nurse must be draining. Maybe she's just a really, really pale blonde. Rather than grey-haired. Do you own a scarlet kimono?
Do you have a scarlet silk kimono, mademoiselle?
No, indeed. I have a good, comfortable dressing gown of Jaeger material.
Do you smoke, mademoiselle?
No, I can't stand the smell of tobacco.
Well, what about vapes then? Right,
Perhaps you will be so amiable as to write me down your address.
With pleasure.
So she is also right-handed.
Mademoiselle Olsen is indeed right-handed. This was a very interesting conversation, mademoiselle. I thank you.
If you have any other questions, I'll be in my compartment. Good luck, Mr. Poirot.
Problem is, as I said, we've only ruled her out as a cigarette smoker. We haven't ruled her out as a vape smoker. Contradiction. Sultan went to bed around 11:55. Debenham slept through the night. But yes, according to Miss Olsen, Miss Debenham slept through the night, but Miss Debenham says that she saw the woman in the red kimono in the corridor at 5 a.m. Yeah, I think at this point we're assuming that someone's going to say, "No, I don't smoke, but I do vape." I guess we're expecting the vape smoker to be very clear about it.
Strange, this story. If Mademoiselle Olsen is such a light sleeper, why didn't she tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham getting out of bed? She even made a point to tell me the opposite. I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
We have to do some... Is Miss Hubbard right or left-handed? Probably right-handed, given this.
Well done.
And Mr. Michael is also right-handed.
Good. My little grey cells did not let me down.
Hello, Guy K, and thanks for the reminder that I haven't put my Poirot mustache on. We need to do that. It's important. It helps the little grey cells to work. There we go. Mustache applied. Alright. Next.
I'll observe her instead.
Well, it looks like she is right-handed. Does that mean that we can do something with it here? Nope. Right.
I'll keep an eye on them instead.
Everyone here looks right-handed.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot. Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
What would you mean? What would Poirot think if we saw someone ambidextrous?
It is, of course, about the murder of Monsieur Ratchet. Can you tell me your movements last night?
I understand. Yesterday evening, I took a break at Vinkovsky station with Hotaru. We then went to our quarters in the staff accommodations, a section of the luggage car. Freya was there, reading, and I went to bed right after. Freya is there now, I think, and Hotaru is in the kitchen. They can verify my story.
What time was this?
11:30 p.m. or a bit after. The snow is beginning to fall heavily.
I see. Thank you. Can you write your address on this paper, please?
You want to pay me a visit?
Who knows, Monsieur Fauché?
Yeah, well, he's also right-handed.
He is right-handed, there can be no doubt.
Maybe he smokes.
Are you a smoker?
I'm trying to quit, but yes. I'm now down to just 1 pack of cigarettes a week. If you're looking for a heavy smoker, you should talk to Hotaru.
Aha! Thank you, sir, for informing me who the heaviest smoker here is.
Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Yeah, we've got something useful. Okay, now we'll knock on the door, or just open it. No, wait, that's not the kitchen door. This is some storage. Aha! Hey, a mustache.
Another golden mustache to treasure.
There's not much of interest in the storage room that I shouldn't have gone into because it said that it said authorized personnel only. Alright, Nick, I hope you feel better after lying down a bit. That's nothing in here. Through to the restaurant. Monsieur a book. Also, probably right-handed.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
Right, to the kitchen. Is he okay? He doesn't look okay.
Ah, Monsieur Maury, would you have a few minutes to give me? I have some questions to ask you.
Do I look like I can answer questions? The room is spinning. My head is about to explode.
You were celebrating last night?
Celebrating? When Freya always wins. Ah, what am I saying? If you want my answers to your questions to make sense, help me recover. You see there, the magnet on the fridge. That is my special recipe. I call it my day after survival tonic.
Hangover
if you could
remedies.
make me my special tonic, I might survive long enough to answer your questions. Jean knows the recipe very well. He can help you with the preparation.
Very well, Monsieur Maury. If I must, I must. I will make you your day after survival tonic.
Yeah, it does sound like they were playing a drinking game. Okay, he's Japanese. He's a chef. He looks older than 20, maybe. 55?
Et voilà.
Half lemon juice. 15 centiliters of fresh sparkling water, 6 mint leaves, and 5 centiliters of ginger juice. That does sound good for your stomach. Oh look, fridge Tetris. Do I have an option to close? Nope. That's some mint.
I can use this lemon squeezer to get juice if I find fruit.
Fruit. 1 lemon. Yeah.
I'm missing half of the tonic ingredients.
I'm assuming they might be at the bar, maybe, or in here. That looks like sparkling water. And some ginger, which we will also
I have
need
all
to
the
juice.
ingredients for Monsieur Maurice's tonic. I have to go and see Monsieur Fauché so he can prepare it for me.
Alright, Monsieur Fauché.
Monsieur Fauché, may I disturb you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
Did I confuse you with centiliters? Drag. It's a measurement of volume. It's the centimeter. It's a hundredth of a liter. In the same way that a centimeter is a hundredth of a meter. Does that help?
Monsieur Fauché, I need your help to prepare a cocktail.
What is this phrase? This is music to my ears. What can I fix for you? A mojito? A gin and tonic? Or perhaps a martini? Shaken, not stirred?
It's not for me, but for Monsieur Maurice.
Ah, his day after survival tonic. Unfortunately, I know it well.
Here is everything that was listed on the magnet.
Excellent! I can take it from here. Mr. Poirot, I'm uncertain about the lemon juice. Is it half a lemon or a full lemon for the recipe?
It's half a lemon.
Half a lemon.
I can't remember if Hotaru prefers it with ginger or without. Do you remember?
With ginger.
I can assure you that he will want the ginger.
There you are, sir. Hotaru will be himself again.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
I assume he's asking us questions about it just so that the game gives us something to do. Just so the game can confirm that we actually read things and aren't just clicking our way through. Alright, chef, here's your recipe to
Here you go, Mr. Maurice.
make your
I
stomach
hope
better.
this will help you.
Thank you very much. Please give me a moment while this takes effect. It will be a while, I'm afraid. But I will not move from the kitchen.
Since I have to wait, do you know where I can find Mademoiselle Nielsen?
She is in the staff quarters in the luggage car. If the door is locked, John will have the key.
Thank you. I will return. I hope you have a speedy recovery.
Alright, let's go find the pâtissière. Actually, let's look for mustaches in the toilet again. No. I'm not sure we've even been in this car yet.
It's locked.
Alright. Back to the bar. Oh, I don't have to go all the way back to the bar. He's here.
Monsieur Maurice told me that you are the one who has the key to open the luggage car door. I will need it.
Yes, that's right. Here it is. Please don't forget to give it back to me.
I will not forget, Monsieur Fauché.
What's that keychain? Oh, it's a train! it's the train that we're on. That's cute.
I have a favor to ask. Could you visit the passengers who are in their rooms and explain there has been an error with their allergy and diet form?
But, Monsieur Poirot, I made no errors.
Of course not. Call it a computer error.
Yes, it is possible, but even if I can see this is part of your investigation, I do not understand it.
I would ask that you observe which hand each passenger uses.
Ah, you wish to know if they use the right or left hand when they write?
That is my intention.
I will take on this mission for you.
Excellent.
Useful, helpful boy. Wait, did it look like a bottle opener as well? I don't remember where to find my items. I don't see a way to use that as a bottle opener. But I could be wrong. So what's our rooms 301 and 302 then if they're not the staff quarters and the staff quarters are in the luggage car instead?
That's it. It's open now.
Oh no, okay, these are the staff quarters for sleeping and this is just where they hang out. Ah, they were playing cards.
A deck of cards. I suspect they were reading diamonds and spades instead of books. Empty rum bottles?
Rum, huh? And premium quality distilled charcoal mellow bottle. What is this? Ah. It doesn't actually say what kind of alcohol it is. Probably rum. But I'm not sure if it was the same as those ones. Ooh. Everyone's stuff. There's a lot of good quality traveling cut trunks in here.
Hello, Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I ask you a few questions?
I don't have a minute. My career is ruined, and it's not my fault.
But how did this terrible thing come to pass?
My supplies, passenger luggage, our living space. There's so little room. I gave the cargo handlers in Istanbul strict instructions how to stack my crates containing the ingredients I need for my desserts. So as one box is used up, it can be discarded.
And these fools of cargo handlers did not follow your instructions?
Ignored completely. I have 4 crates that must be moved from there to here to correct the order they are stacked. But placing the wrong crate on top of a smaller crate will crush it, its contents, and my career.
We're playing
Calm
Tower of
yourself,
Hanoi.
mademoiselle. I understand. So, the problem is these 4 crates must be moved there, but carefully.
Yes. I have to move these 4 boxes from this location to here. But there is not much space to move the boxes, and I have to be careful never to put a bigger box on top of a smaller one, or the smaller crate will be destroyed.
The problem is clear. I shall assist you.
Tower of Hanoi time. I'm not good at this. I have messed this one up quite severely. I like this puzzle, but I also hate it. Oh, wait. It's going to take me way longer than it should do. No. I have a plan. I have a plan. There we go. Right. I'm happy now I've got the big one over there. There we go. Moved.
Et voilà.
You are a lifesaver.
Or at least a dessert saver.
Thank you, thank you. I will gladly answer your questions.
A roundabout way of doing it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did it wrong. But, it got there in the end. It's the same with the grain, the chicken, and the fox. It takes me a lot longer to do it than it really should, but I get there in the end.
Can you tell me your movements of last night?
Last night after dinner, I stayed in the kitchen until 12:15 a.m. Then I joined Jean and Hotaru in our quarters. Then all of us read quietly in our beds until we fell asleep.
A very studious staff. However, Monsieur Mori doesn't seem to have followed the same literary pursuit as the others. And these rum bottles, do they have something to do with his hangover?
Read quietly. Of course you did.
I rather think that you didn't just read last night.
What makes you say that?
I mean, most of these things, but Mr. Mori's headache.
I spoke to Monsieur Mori. He seemed to be quite hungover. He even asked me to make him his day after tonic. He blurted out, "Freya always wins." Wins what? Looking around, it is clear you were gambling and drinking most of the night.
You don't
So
understand.
they're not going to be very helpful.
It's late when we're off duty, but we need to unwind. And now there's been a murder? Yes, I admit it. We went overboard last night. But please don't tell Mr. Book. It's against regulations. We could all be fired.
Mademoiselle, I realize your difficult jobs have been made more difficult. But as you say, there has been a murder. I must have the truth.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
It's not such a crime. I'll leave it there and check in with Monsieur Fauché. Would you mind writing your address on this paper? I'm asking everyone on the train for addresses, in case I need to contact them once they leave the train in Paris.
I understand.
Oh, we actually gave a reason for it this time. She's right-handed.
Yes, that's it. Mademoiselle Niersen is right-handed.
Yeah, the boxes were so... The boxes she got us to move, she could have just slid them. Just slid the entire stack. I mean, maybe they're heavier than I think, but...
Do you smoke?
No, I never have.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers, Miss Nielsen.
You're welcome.
Speaking of smokers, let's go... Hopefully the... Ooh, mustache.
Haha! Golden mustache.
Double check there isn't any more around here. Yeah. Yeah, there were just a lot of places where you could dump a box, like over here and things. Just so many places that someone could have dumped a box that didn't require us to play Tower of Hanoi. And did it really matter where in the luggage car that stack of boxes was? Right. Oh look, he looks like he's feeling better.
How are you?
It's better. Thank you.
Then may I ask you some questions? It will not take long.
Quickly, please. I have hungry passengers to feed.
Très bien. Can you tell me your movements last night?
Oh, nothing special. When I went off duty, I joined John and Freya in a compartment. I read for a short while, then went to bed early.
Reading? I'm not sure you have recovered enough to tell me the truth. Don't waste what little energy you have recovered to lie, Monsieur Mori.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Poirot. You're right. It obviously wasn't reading that made my head hard like that. But if you told Monsieur Book, it could mean my job.
I will keep your secret, but I am investigating a murder. You must tell me the truth.
Thank you.
Address.
Please, write your address on this paper.
My address? I don't see why.
I think I hear Monsieur Book approaching.
My address? Yes, of course.
Well, he is right-handed too.
Another right-handed person. Not surprising, most people are.
So the people we haven't tested are Captain Arbuthnot and the American woman. Odd that they're going with the reading live but haven't thrown away the bottles. I guess Monsieur Book doesn't go into that car.
You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
Would you happen to know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with the good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person
Oh.
who vapes. It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot. I see.
Well, we were suspicious of him anyway. Captain Arbuthnot.
Your testimony was invaluable to me. Thank you. Take care, Monsieur Mori. My palate depends on your good health.
Something over here. Who smokes? Miss Hubbard? I don't remember. I think she said she didn't.
Fantastic.
Mr. Michael, he does smoke, right? He went onto the platform to smoke.
Brilliant.
Not that we need to do these anymore. This guy smokes.
Well done.
And I believe this guy did as well.
Great. That's the right
There you
answer.
go. Just because I hadn't done that bit yet, even though we know who vapes now. Captain Arbuthnot. Okay, did you find out the handedness stuff?
Here is your key. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
About the little favor I asked of you.
Aha, but of course. I was able to get new allergy forms from guests who were in their compartments. Monsieur McQueen, Monsieur Masterman, Count and Countess Andreni, they are all right-handed. I also asked Princess Dragomirov, but she had her assistant, Madame Schmidt, sign for her. She is right-handed as well.
You have exceeded my expectations. Well done.
But you didn't
Thank
get the
you,
captain.
Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
Interrogate Captain Arbuthnot. That is something we need to do. Oh, and we need to go talk about that contradiction from earlier. I mean, the princess has an assistant for a reason, right? So it's not too suspicious that she did that. Ah, okay. The ladies aren't in here anymore. I guess we gotta find them back at their room. Nope, that's my room. I keep forgetting which part his room is, and I'm like, ooh, a room I can enter. Right, this is Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot, I know that you are the only person on this train to smoke e-cigarettes. We found a vial of e-liquid at the crime scene. Will you talk to me about this, or should I pass on what I've learned to the police?
All right. Come in if you must.
Yes, indeed, I must. I don't see anything immediately suspicious.
I have just a few questions for you.
Very well. Let's hear them.
The young English lady, Mademoiselle Debenham, was at the Tocatlian Hotel. Perhaps you met her there?
We exchanged a few words. Fellow Brits abroad, that sort of thing.
Yes, words. Definitely words.
What can you tell me about Mademoiselle Debenham?
Nothing whatsoever. We barely spoke.
The director of the Orient Express, Monsieur Bouc, thinks the assassin is a woman.
And that is enough to accuse her? She had nothing to do with this murder.
How can you be so certain?
The idea is absurd. Ratchet was a perfect stranger to her. She'd never seen him before.
Ah, did she tell you so?
Well, yes, maybe she did. She may have commented once upon his somewhat unpleasant appearance. If a woman is concerned, as you seem to think, to my mind, without any evidence, I can assure you that Miss Debenham could not possibly be implicated.
It is clear that the captain is defending Miss Debenham, a woman he supposedly doesn't know very well.
Supposedly.
What were you doing last night around 1:15?
1:15? I believe I was still talking to that young American fellow, Mr. McQueen, the secretary of the man who was killed. We were in his compartment.
He was a friend or acquaintance of yours?
No, I never saw him before this journey. We'd hit it off at dinner, and the conversation continued into the early hours.
Until what time was that?
Until 1:45 or so. Then I retired to my room and went to sleep.
There is nothing you can recall last night that in any way struck you as suspicious?
It's nothing. A mere detail.
Allow me to be the judge.
Well, before returning to my room, I went to the lounge car to get a glass of water. When I was passing through the first-class corridor, I noticed that the door, which is just after your room, 201, was not quite closed, and the person who was inside peered out in a furtive sort of way. Then he closed the door quickly. I know there's nothing in that, but it was the furtive way it was done that caught my attention. Struck me as a bit odd.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
201. I don't remember who that was. You are
Could
lefty.
you write down your address here, please?
My address? If you insist.
Well, he is also right-handed.
This man is right-handed.
That doesn't absolve him of murder, though. I mean, he wasn't anywhere near the room in question, so I imagine he wouldn't have heard any stabbing.
Is this e-cigarette liquid yours?
What flavor is it?
Banana.
Well, that is awkward. That's my flavor of choice. But I have no idea what it was doing there, whatever.
Can you explain how it ended up there?
I have no idea. I never entered the man's room, Poirot. That's the truth.
Yeah, the princess is, I think, the only person we haven't tested.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome.
Okay. 2 elements of importance. Bottle of vape juice found at the crime scene. Yeah, maybe Mr. McQueen planted it. He's the only person that smokes e-cigarettes, and we found the vape juice. So it clearly belongs to him. Those two were allegedly talking until 1:45, and the murder happened before then. So Captain Arbuthnot has an alibi, allegedly. The can't accuse Arbuthnot, his alibi protects him despite the liquid being found at the crime scene.
Captain Arbuthnot is the only passenger to smoke an e-cigarette. Even if this liquid in Ratchet's room is a solid clue, he has an alibi. I cannot accuse him without any other proof.
Et voilà.
So it's possible that the second stabber could have planted it at the scene. Is she awake yet? I'm going with no. Because the icon on his chest is grey, which means he's not going to tell me anything he didn't tell me before.
Pardon this intrusion, Mademoiselle Olsen, but something you told me earlier confuses me.
Oh, please, come in.
The princess does these things to be rebellious. I feel like she's beyond the age of teenage rebellion.
How can you be sure Mademoiselle Debenham was in bed all night?
As I told you, I am a very light sleeper. The slightest noise wakes me up. If Fraulein Debenham had gotten out of her bed, I would have heard her. I got up this morning around 8 a.m. She was sleeping soundly.
Are you certain you would have heard her?
Yes. Why are you asking?
Because she says she woke up at 5 a.m.
I spoke to Mademoiselle Debenham and she told me that she got up around 5 o'clock in the morning. She opened the door and looked down the corridor. It was then that she saw a woman in a red kimono. How do you explain that?
I think I must have been sleeping very soundly not to have heard it. Oh, but does that make me a suspect?
I am not accusing anyone, mademoiselle. Do not worry. I am just
I feel it
trying
more
to
makes
determine what happened last night.
Madame
Thank you
Debenham
for your
suspicious.
testimony.
Actually, it makes Mademoiselle Hubbard suspicious. Because, are you sure she gave you an aspirin? Are you sure she gave you an aspirin and not sleeping pills? So Mr. McQueen was talking with Captain Arbuthnot. Miss Debenham slept all night, confirmed by Miss Olsen, although I don't trust that one. Mr. Michael went to see Miss Hubbard, and Miss Nielsen was playing cards with Mr. Maury and Mr. Culture.
That was easy.
I mean, to be precise, it could be that Mademoiselle Hubbard didn't deliberately drug Mademoiselle Olsen, but that someone replaced Mademoiselle Hubbard's aspirin with sleeping pills to make her sleep all night, so that she wouldn't notice them using her room to get into the room of the person that they're murdering. I don't know. Theorizing. Alright, so what have we still got? Report to book. Book was in the dining car. The last time I saw him, anyway. Two is mine. I do like these, they're very pretty. The little, not quite stained glass windows, but kind of. Coloured glass. Patterned glass. They do look very expensive. A lot of things, most of this train looks very expensive.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
There is no trace of the murder weapon on the train, as yet. The killer could have hidden it anywhere.
It must be somewhere.
Indeed, as you say, it must be somewhere. According to Dr. Constantine's report, the stab wounds were made by at least one right-handed and one left-handed person, and with different strength. For the moment, everyone I have checked is right-handed. It is impossible to draw any conclusions as yet. However, I still have a few people to interrogate, notably the Russian princess.
You still have many avenues to explore?
Indeed, the case is far from over, mon ami. I identified the person responsible for the bottle of liquid for the vape found at the crime scene.
So, this is our culprit? Do we hold him?
No, unfortunately, this bottle belongs to Captain Arbuthnot, but he has an alibi, confirmed by Monsieur McQueen for the time of the murder.
Monsieur Bourque, Monsieur Poirot,
Michel,
Oh
calm
no,
down.
what
But
happened?
it's Mrs. Hubbard. She says she found the murder weapon in her room. She's very upset. Let's go, Poirot.
Well, that seems an appropriate place to dump the murder weapon, assuming that she was not the murderer. Which is an assumption. Because she could be accessory to the murder. She could have got Ms. Olsen to check that the lock was across as a way of giving herself an alibi. Because we know she could have seen it herself, but I guess that by getting someone else to check it for her, she provides herself an alibi. So someone else knows that that door was locked, and she could have unlocked it to let people through. 204.
I demand to be allowed to leave this train!
Madame, we are in the mountains, trapped in a snowdrift.
Stating the obvious, there is a murderer among us.
Yes, but you'll
He
die of
had the
exposure
audacity
out
to hide
there.
his weapon in my room.
Please, Madame Hubbard, take a deep breath and tell us what occurred.
I demand to leave this train. Okay, go and freeze then.
Where did you find the knife?
I wanted to get a handkerchief from my purse, and when I opened it, I saw it! A bloody knife! Am I next to be murdered?
I very much doubt the murderer would give you his weapon.
What do you mean?
Madame, he would have used it.
Oh, I haven't!
Did you touch it?
Did you touch the knife?
Probably.
Of course not! What a question!
I will take that as a no.
Fingerprinting. Yeah, that's a very stabby knife right there.
Is this knife the real murder weapon, or is it a red herring?
Could be a red herring. It's a stabby looking. It's a very nice looking knife. Is it a fancy chef's knife, or is it a weapon? I feel like the guard makes me think it's an actual weapon, but I'm not very good at identifying knives. Reusable water bottle, sunglasses, some gloves, a phone. What's that underneath that knife? What's this? Oh, it's some kind of chocolate bar or something. Is your door locked? Not right now.
Mrs. Hubbard is distraught, Poirot. I should stay with her. Please go on without me.
I have every right to be distraught. Thank you, Mr. Book.
I have every right to be distraught. I mean, yes, but you can do it without acting like a bitch about it. Prove that the knife is the murder weapon. All right, let's go test a knife against some stab wounds. Yeah, this way. Drama for the sake of drama, exactly. She's gonna be demanding a refund. 106, no, 105. That's where the good doctor is.
Dr. Constantine, we may have found our murder weapon. We need to make certain.
There is a pretty quick way to be sure. I have estimated the depth of the wounds. You can easily find the depth of each wound by comparing the width. There are 5 of them that I am not sure about. Test them, and then we will compare our results.
I will do as you say, Doctor.
For each wound in the body, find the depth that could match the knife shape. Do you check that it could be the murder weapon? Alright. Okay, wait. So this one. Oh, can we turn this? No? Okay. This is a big knife! You're telling me that that section is 10 centimeters long? I guess it could be. How am I supposed to do this when I can't?
I must admit I'm not right this time. This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
How big's the entire knife? 20 centimeters. Can I have hints on how to do this one? Oh, I don't want to unlock hints. Seriously, why is this not?
I do not think that's the right answer.
I'm not good at judging this, and I'm like too far away from the screen to do that easily. It's more than that, I think. Like, why does this not have a measurement on it? Okay, right, so we've done that one. Okay, this one's smaller. And this one is smaller than that. And this one is even smaller.
Think, Poirot. No. That is not a good answer.
There we go. I just have to get the first one.
That's the right answer. What do you think, Doctor? Is this knife really the murder weapon?
There can be no doubt. You found the same depths as the estimates I made during the preliminary autopsy. I can assure you that you hold in your hands the weapon that took Ratchet's life.
Was it the same knife for both of the stabbers?
Thank you. I feel way better now.
The rest gave you time to sleep off most of the effects of the drug.
I'm still a bit groggy.
That's understandable.
Are you able to continue your story now?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Where was I?
You were explaining how you returned to the Armstrong house to tell them their poor little child was dead.
Yes, that's it. I felt helpless. My part in the case was officially over, but I knew I couldn't let it go. Daisy deserved justice.
For the American.
2 days later, I returned to the Armstrong house to tell them Daisy would be released soon for burial. I was angry with myself that I couldn't bring them better news. I wasn't prepared for more tragedy.
More tragedy? I mean, you say some of them are really, really small. The doctor did say that some of them were more like scratches than stabs. So maybe that's why they're very, very small. Someone was not very good at stabbing. cat. Cat's on the stairs.
Hello, Miss Moreau. I'm here to see Colonel Armstrong.
Good morning, Detective. Colonel Armstrong is upstairs. He isn't well.
Isn't well, huh? Pretend the game will let me pet the cat. Okay. Which would be Mr. Armstrong's room? Maybe this one. Or maybe he's just hanging out in his dead daughter's room. Yep.
Good morning, Colonel Armstrong. Is your wife here?
Here? No, Sonia is not here. Always one step behind. She died of a miscarriage last night. My wife, Daisy, and our baby. My whole family is gone.
I'm so sorry. I came straight here this morning. I received word that you can arrange for Daisy to be returned to you for burial. I didn't know.
Well, then, now you don't have to come back. I can arrange for Daisy, my wife, and our unborn child to be buried all at once. Very efficient. Being a military man, I can appreciate efficiency.
I know how hard this must be for you.
No, you don't know. I don't want your sympathy. I want you to do your bloody job and catch the creature that did this.
I know you won't believe me, but I swear to you, I will find who did this. If it takes me to the far corners of the earth, I will find them.
Then go. Please go now. Go find them.
Oof.
The house that once held the laughter of a child now feels so empty.
Like, geez, lady, you could have warned me what I was walking into. He's not well.
I'm not giving
was
up.
Underselling it.
I'm a part of this case, or the case is a part of me.
I saw the cat. Oh, there it is. It's on the sofa. Hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. I'm guessing I probably won't see you again.
All units, Hike is in the vicinity of the cabin where Daisy Armstrong was found, spotted a pickup truck drive through the barricade tape, and then head up the dirt road toward where the subject cabin is located. Any car nearby who can respond?
Unit 28, we can respond, but we're a ways away.
Dispatch, this is 11. I'm on it.
Copy that. 11, you're good to go.
Copy that.
But I hope the other car's coming for backup. Well, I'm not seeing a pickup. But someone's gone through that.
Okay,
oh, there it is.
there's the pickup. Let's see who ignored our barricade tape. 11 here. I'm at the cabin. Someone has broken in.
Are you requesting backup?
Not yet. I'm going to take a look around.
Copy that, 11.
You should have requested backup, lady. Okay, someone was planning on burning this place down by the looks of it. I mean, they were expecting it to burn down earlier.
An individual has entered a police-secured area. I have to stop him first.
That's why we needed backup.
Footprints.
Okay.
A forensics evidence identification marker.
I'm guessing the person's in the back room then.
Forensics had to go through this place with a fine-tooth comb.
I don't like the fact that I can't approach this room at an angle without being able to see most of it. That's not good. Yeah. I'm not seeing anyone.
He's not here.
That means he's outside. $3,892. Oh, when the poor deer was killed. Under the bed, I'm not seeing. The tool shed.
That's where I found Fluffy. Daisy's special toy. I hope we returned him to the family. A forensics evidence identification marker.
Well, now that we've spent time inside the house, the perpetrator has probably gotten away. No, he's still here. Okay, the tool shed was round the other way. I don't think I want to go... do I want to go direct for it? Yeah, why not? I mean, she's not going to get us off shot. Okay, not there. Did this guy just run off into the... I thought I heard something. Did this guy just run off into the woods as soon as he heard another car? Because that would make sense. Okay, I think it's just ambient noise. The wind and the trees. It's not around the other side of the pickup. Can I jump
An
inside
individual
his pickup
has
now?
entered a police-secured area. I have to stop him first.
I don't know where this guy is. Behind here? No. I'm all tense like it's a horror game. Oh. Wait. I heard a door. Or I thought I did. Huh? You know, I hadn't even thought about the roof. Seriously, what? Did I, like, miss a room inside this house or something? It's not on the other side of the cars. Oh wait, we haven't looked at this yet.
Somebody ignored the barricade tape.
Yeah, it looks like it was just a hole. Like, just some smuggling storage. What about inside this? Someone could be hiding inside that.
Duct tape to silence Daisy's screams. Damn it, Daisy. I will find whoever did this to you.
Okay. Have I interacted with everything inside the building? Is that what was required to, like, trigger something? Because it happened. Oh. A mustache!
I've earned a gold mustache.
The music just stopped.
An individual has entered a police-secured area. I have to stop him first.
I have to stop who? Where? Can I get, like, a weapon out of my car or something? What am I missing? Like, I feel like we've checked everywhere that, like, a human could be. Unless he's, like, hiding among those rocks or something. Or behind a tree. Game, please, I just want to resolve this so that I'm not all... you know. Man. I need to be able to loosen my shoulders. I'm just anticipating, like, an axe murderer. There we go! A gap in the rocks.
Don't shoot, officer. I'm on your side.
Sir, keep your hands where I can see them.
Sure, no problem.
Sir, this is a crime scene. Who the hell are you?
I'm a reporter. Boston 6 News. You can get us on cable even here in the mountains.
They haven't heard of crime scene tape in a big city like Boston?
All right, that wasn't my best move. I got all excited. I didn't expect to find the place deserted. It was hard to resist.
You should have tried harder. I'm placing you under arrest.
You should be thanking me. Look what you apparently missed and I found.
We'll get to that.
He's
but you're
still
going
getting
to answer
arrested.
some questions first.
I'm more used to asking questions, but fire away.
Fire away was kind of the wrong phrase to say to someone who has a gun on you.
Who are you exactly?
I'm Michael Clark, journalist for Boston 6 News. Off camera, but someday I'm going to be anchor. You just wait.
Do you have a way to prove that?
My press card's in my truck.
I don't think it's a fridge. I think it's a door into, like, a secret place.
What are you doing here? You should know a crime scene is off limits.
I'm investigating the Daisy Armstrong kidnapping like you.
Does the pickup parked in front of the cabin belong to you?
Yes, indeed, it's mine.
I'll check.
Yeah,
Show me your
bunker,
hands.
that's the
I'm gonna
word I
cuff you.
wanted.
I'm sure we can work out a deal.
Oh, you're getting cuffed,
Put
mate.
your hands in front of you.
Aren't you gonna read me my rights?
You have the right to remain silent. I really wish you'd exercise that one.
Can we lock the door on him too?
Dispatch, this is 11. I intercepted a suspicious individual at the crime scene. I'll check to determine how badly he's compromised it. Then I'm bringing him in.
Copy that, Detective Locke.
Can we lock our car? Right. Can I look in his car now? Yes. Yep, there's his press card. He is indeed a journalist.
Clark's press card, and the phone number of the newspaper is on it. Ah, good. I can give him a call.
Oop. I'm going to actually note that down, because I know it'll ask me to do it later. +1 617 61 3 4 8 4. I think. Oh, you think it's 2? Oh yeah, it could be a 7 and not a 4. Yeah, because yeah, because the 4 is different, isn't it? His camera. You know what we said about houses with giant windows? Anyone can
photos
take
of the
pictures
entire
in.
Armstrong family. A reporter just doing his job. Or something else?
It's not a reporter just doing his job. Look, Daisy's there. This is from before it happened. He's suspicious as hell.
The glove compartment is closed.
I assume locked rather than closed.
The glove compartment is closed.
Yeah, nothing stored up there. Telephoto lens.
Telephoto lens. Not so surprising for a journalist.
Aha, key.
Car keys in the sun visor. A classic hiding place. Well, at least on TV.
I thought on TV they usually just fell down as soon as you put the thing down, and I didn't expect there to be a little pocket that it was in. So that'll be the key to the glove compartment then. What are you hiding in here, sir? Your wallet. Very thin, no coins. Ah, your driver's license.
Clark's driver's license seems to be in order.
5'9", huh? He's approved to drive anything in Class D. Oh, no, wait, no. There was a thing for picking that up. Alright, we did it anyway. Chicago Museum membership card? Is it? What does that say? Nestled on the shores of Lake Michigan, Cosmopolitan Chicago, something, 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 blah. Not all cars have pockets like that. Yeah, I've never had a car that's got a little pockets in the sun visor.
The vehicle registration is not in the name of Michael Clark or a rental company.
Ah, he lied about it being his car. Stephen Baker. Who lives in Goddington. Also, do people usually keep these inside their cars? Alright. There you are, suspicious as all hell. 61. 3, 4, 8, 7.
Score. 1 for the good guys. Hi, I'm Detective Joanna Locke, Berkshire Police. I'd like to speak to an editor, please.
One moment, please. Hello, Detective Locke? This is Abby Wilson. I'm a senior editor. What can I do for you?
Does a man named Michael Clark work for you?
Yes, he does. Why?
When was the last time you heard from him?
Oh, it's been at least 7 or 8 months. That's not unusual.
He works in the field?
Yes, Michael Clark is what we call a stringer. He works as a freelancer, comes up with a story we can use, we pay him, then we don't hear from him again for several months.
Yeah, okay.
What kind of stories does Mr. Clark write?
Mr. Clark is an investigative reporter, mostly crime stories, to tell you the truth. He comes up with some pretty macabre stuff some of the time. Is there a problem? Or a story?
Both.
Do you remember what the last case he investigated was?
It was a murder case. The victim was a millionaire named James Miller. He was called the Frozen Fish King of Gloucester, Massachusetts. His body turned up in one of his nets. Or, rather, most of it did.
Ah, well, thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been a great help to me.
Pleasure. I hope he's not in trouble. He can be a little pushy, but he's a good guy overall. So what's he working on now, Detective? Are you sitting on a story?
Thanks again.
Like I'm going to tell you, news lady. Well, you're suspicious as all hell, Mr. Reporter. And I'm just going to let you sit in the back of there for a bit. While I go and stick my nose in a suspicious bunker. Oh, 3892, right? Or was it 8392? 83, right? I knew that number would be relevant.
No, that didn't work.
Nope. 38 then. Or I've misremembered the numbers entirely.
Yes! I
There
knew
we
I
go.
could do it. I can always use safe cracking as a career move.
What if the man in the back of the car stole the reporter's identity? He looked like the pictures. And we had 2 pieces of photo ID.
There. Now let's see what secrets you're hiding.
A very steep staircase. And something red. Jerry can.
What the hell is that gas can doing here?
Okay. I didn't immediately see anyone. Sure is a gas can. That button might turn on the lights, but I'm not sure I trust it right now. Random bits, chunks of concrete, did they... It doesn't look like they've fallen out of the ceiling. I'm not messing with the electrics yet. That's gonna be everything that I'm allowed to interact with right now, isn't it? Okay. One light comes on and then boom. Yeah, exactly. Alright. What's in here then? Okay, we're gonna be following some cables. Like, who wired this? Like, that's horrendous. Don't want to play with any switches until I've looked at all of these. Seriously. Seems like no inspection was needed. Yeah. Someone just wired up their own secret bunker.
Now what? I have to turn the power back on to open this magnetic door.
Alright. Ooh, what's this?
This bunker looks like it's as old as the cabin. Everything is falling apart.
Including, you know, those chunks of concrete concern me. Cut wires that were longer than they needed and shoved it in a box. Yeah, people do that. Or they just, like, coil it up in the ground, which is a terrible idea. Okay, right. We can only have one of these active at once. This seems to be the first one, and then that get... Alright, okay. We need to start from the door.
No, doesn't work.
Alright. That wire... goes to nowhere. Alright, so there's 3 wires that come in the door. And the bottom one is the one that goes to there. Okay. The bottom wire, still at the bottom there, goes up to there, across there, down there, over here. So it comes in at the bottom, I think, of this box, which I would have called a junction box if it was actually junctioning. So from the bottom, it loops, and it comes out to the right. Okay. Which is now to the left as I go across to here. Okay. The one on the left. To this one. But that's not all. There's also the one that comes out of here and goes out this wall on the left-hand side. makes it the right-hand side here. Right-hand side, right-hand side, right-hand side, right-hand side. Well, wait. Yeah, right, left, right, left. I got confused. Okay. It was the left-hand side going into the wall, so it's the right-hand side there, and now the left-hand side. Now I'll turn back round this way. It's still on the left, all the way down to here. So we've already turned that one on. Okay, last one, last one. This bunker could have been made during the Cold War, maybe. Right, so this one. Okay, it's the middle cable going through the wall there. This is extremely concerning electrics. The middle one, which goes loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop, and it's now on the right. The right, which is now on the left. On the left. And if I've done that correctly, it should now be powered up. It doesn't look powered up.
Let there be light.
It is powered up. Okay, good. Right. The electrics are back on now. Is there anything that weirdly lit up? No. Okay. Let's see what's on the other side of this door. Oh, that's a serious door. I don't want to go through that. So. Right. There's no one in this room. And I can't hear anyone coming down the stairs. Okay. I'm very suspicious about getting locked in this place. There's a giant safe. A calendar. February 2019. Ah, the Armstrong party.
February 24th. The day of the kidnapping. They knew about the party and everything.
Stepped into a saw. Yeah. It does fit. What are these random lumps of concrete doing? I don't like it. There's like nowhere they could have come from. I don't like that either. I especially don't like this very new looking safe in here. Is it just going to be the same numbers? Oh no, wait, we're playing safe crackers. Wait, what? That's not what I wanted to do at all.
Damn, that isn't it.
I appear to be fucking up at it. Not doing anything. Like, am I doing this wrong? The nonsense jump scare. I don't want a nonsense jump scare. I don't want that giant door to close behind me. Could it be the date of... Yet it looks like we're doing this again. With the noises. It could be the date of the kidnapping. That doesn't seem like a good choice. Well, that's the 24th of February, which I guess in American is 0224. Oh, wait, it does it when I go different directions. So 0. Nope. I can't do a 0. I mean, it's probably not the same one that let us in, which was 3, 8, 9.
No, that didn't work.
I can do a 0. Yeah, by going all the way around. Okay. 0. 2. 4.
Damn, that isn't it.
Yeah, it looks like we should be doing the safe cracking thing that we did with Poirot, where it makes a noise when we get to the thing, but it doesn't. Wait, no. Wait. It could be that I'm going the wrong way at first. And I don't know why it suddenly goes on to that, because I didn't move it back in the other direction. Why isn't it working? Okay, I'm gonna have to use the hints now. If there was... we can't hear it turning because that is too loud. So we need to go turn the electricity off. The generator sound. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, why isn't it just doing anything? Right. Now I'm in the dark. I suppose it makes sense now this isn't wiggling. Nope. I don't like that it's directional thing. So 5. One. Seven. 3.
Yes! I knew I could do it. I can always use safe cracking as a career move.
Solving it in the dark doesn't sound like... Yeah. It's like, I didn't want to make this... Well, I mean, it was horror movie-ish with the buzzing light anyway. Oh, that's money. I bet it's not real.
That looks like a hair caught in the band around the money. Forensics will tell me for sure, but that doesn't look like Daisy's color.
And why would Daisy have been handling it? Origami. Oh, no, it's a hairpin. Maybe. No, wait, that's not right. What is it?
It's Daisy's hair clip.
Oh, it is a
same
hair
as the
clip.
picture I saw at the Armstrong house.
How does that clip onto anything? And a pen.
An expensive-looking pen with the initials JM? What's its story? These get locked up again until forensics get here.
Alright. That's everything sorted in here, I think. I'm not going to turn the lights back on again. Seriously, why was the oil can there? Yeah, okay, it could be broken, couldn't it?
I'll secure the bunker for forensics. Progress at last.
Right, is a certain someone still in the back of my squad car? Yes. Guess it's time to interrogate a certain someone about lying to me.
I don't need to talk to the suspect right now.
Okay, maybe we don't need to do that. Oh, we haven't investigated the back of his car. Oh, what about the original jerry can indeed? Was someone down in that bunker trying to set fire to everything?
The gas can I found in the bunker would match this outline perfectly. Okay, time for forensics to attack that bunker. And Clark? He's too sure of himself. I need to get him into an interrogation room and find out what really makes him tick.
I need some more water. And I will be right back. You thought saw an interactable node on the jerry can? I mean, we looked at it, right? And I'm back. I did think of one thing while I was gone, which was, what was the nanny's boyfriend's name? Because did it begin with a J? It began with an N. Okay. Thanks. I needed to check that one. I couldn't remember right now. Alright, Mr. Reporter, we're going for a ride.
I know my rights. You can't keep somebody locked up in a car like this, you know.
I can,
you
I
wouldn't
will.
do it if I was a dog. Do they have bathrooms at the station? I have the right to make a phone call, Detective whatever your name is.
That phone is an outside line.
Hello, boss. It's Michael Clark. I'm still on the Armstrong kidnap, but there's a small problem. I got caught being someplace I shouldn't be. I'm at the police station. No, I'm not under arrest. Just questioning. Fire me. Why? The station's integrity? You're kidding me, right? If you think I've screwed up that badly, then fire me. Got that? Fire me. Yes, do it.
That didn't go well.
I think I got my point across. What happens now?
Go ahead. Then we'll have a chat.
Was that a real phone call? I am not confident that was a real phone call.
Now that we've taken your DNA, we can begin. Interview of suspect Michael Clark, 6 p.m., March 30th, 2019. This interview is being recorded.
By elves behind the mirror, no doubt?
You were arrested at a crime scene where you damaged police barricade tape.
I'll pay for a new roll.
That's a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries a $500 fine.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
To begin with, where were you on the night Daisy Armstrong was kidnapped?
I was watching TV in my motel room, but I had my police scanner on. I heard the first reports that the little girl was missing. No way the police at the scene were going to let me get close. I set my alarm so I could get on the story first thing in the morning and tried to sleep. It was difficult.
Can anybody confirm where you were?
No, afraid not. I was alone and sleepless. A sad combination. And I realized a bad alibi.
Yeah, very bad alibi. Yeah, let's talk to him about these.
Let's move on to the gas cans and what we found in your pockets when you were brought in here today.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, why were you trying to burn it? But also, how did you know where it was?
In addition to the gasoline in the back of your pickup and another in the bunker, you had a lighter and gloves in your pockets. You were going to set fire to the bunker and every scrap of evidence inside.
Where to begin? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I wasn't planning to use these things to destroy the crime scene. I've been around crime scenes my entire career. I brought the gloves so as not to contaminate it with my fingerprints. The gas can in the back of my pickup, I use it to put gas in the truck. Gas stations are few and far between in your mountains. I didn't know there was a gas can in the bunker. If that's true, I did you a favor. My arrival obviously scared off somebody planning to burn everything.
Do you also have an excuse for your lighter?
The lighter? I'm trying to quit smoking. I used the lighter as a reminder not to start again.
I don't trust you on that, mister.
Let's start with why you went to the cabin.
If the police were interested in it, I was interested in it.
And whose car is this?
That pickup of yours. That's a very nice ride. Especially for a stringer who only gets a few stories on the air. How can you afford it?
When Boston 6 does use a story, they pay okay.
That truck is top of the range. How much did it set you back? $55,000, $60,000?
When I have to, I do what everybody else does. I take out a loan. How about you, detective? You got a loan on your car?
He's enjoying himself. I need to throw him off balance somehow, surprise him into making an error. Explain to me again how you got to the crime scene.
I listened in on the police radio frequency. Anybody can do it with a scanner. I headed for the crime scene in my trusty pickup, like I've done for years. After the forensic team left, I needed to see the crime scene for myself. I got to the bunker just before you arrived.
That could still be true. Yeah, in your trusty pickup, really.
You said you've been driving that pickup for years?
You heard right. Thanks to it, I never miss a story.
You say you've been using your pickup for years, but the title certificate is not in your name. The truck belongs to somebody named Stephen Baker.
Okay, I don't get why the pickup is so important to you, but I guess my ego made me say that. Yeah, the pickup was lent to me by a friend. I couldn't afford it even with a loan.
I think you stole it, Mr. Clark. You needed a pickup like that for our mountain roads, so you stole that one.
Try proving it. But while you run off on some wild goose chase, you can't hold me.
I do believe people can just listen to the police scanner frequencies, Drag. I'm pretty well. The TV informs me of this, I suppose.
You say you're a journalist, a stringer for Channel 6 News in Boston.
I sell my stuff to lots of media outlets.
Yeah, I want to talk about the camera.
Your camera was in your pickup. You didn't want to take pictures of the crime scene?
I like to get the lay of the land. Once I see the story I want to tell, then I start documenting it.
I don't know any journalist who works a case without their camera close at hand. He thinks he's invincible. I need to play his ego. That's the key. What are you doing in the Berkshires? And what is your connection to the Armstrong case?
For the past few months, I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking forward to my next story. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time.
Targets?
I changed gears when Daisy was kidnapped and started investigating the Armstrongs.
The past few months I've been working on a big case. Boston 6 News was looking for... We called them and they had no idea what you were working on. The Armstrongs have been on my list of potential targets for a long time. No, you didn't start investigating them when Daisy was kidnapped.
So you just stumbled on a major kidnapping story during your stay in the Berkshires?
Yeah, I was researching PCBs in the river for crying out loud. Then, wow, the Armstrongs. That's not a Science Sunday report. That's a lead. Sometimes you just get lucky.
Well, how come there are pictures of Daisy in the house on your camera, mister?
Your camera in the pickup. There were photos of Daisy from before she was kidnapped.
The Armstrongs are a famous family, like the Kennedys or Hollywood couples. Gossip sites love them. People want to see how they live. I started out just stealing candid shots. Paparazzi live on getting that one exclusive shot. Steamy, intimate, whatever. Then when the kidnapping happened, I realized I was here first. What an opportunity. And I jumped at it.
You have an answer for everything.
You're not very good at this, are you? How long have you been on the job?
Long enough to put you away for life, if you killed that little girl. I know that Clark is lying. I need to reconstruct the whole sequence of events in order to understand what happened.
Reconstructing. Okay. I arrive at the cabin. Okay. Okay, he breaks the barricade tape. That's the first thing. He takes a can of gasoline from his pickup. He opens the bunker. I arrive. He chucks the gasoline into the bunker, closes the bunker, and then I see him. Yeah, because we heard something like metallic scrapey noise, didn't we?
Hey, I'm a pretty good detective after all. I'll tell you what really happened. You waited until forensics left and arrived in your probably stolen pickup. You grabbed a can of gasoline from your truck. You then went into the cabin to check if Daisy had been found. You then went straight to the bunker to see if it had been discovered, planning to set it on fire and destroy all the evidence inside. Before you could start the fire, you heard me arrive. So you hastily left your gas can and closed the hatch. You didn't think I could open the bunker. If I hadn't found you, I expect you would have burned down the cabin too.
I'm not gonna make fun
Well,
of
we had
you,
2 cans
Detective,
of gasoline
or how
left.
you handled my interrogation. You're obviously very new at this. I swear I'm telling the truth. I didn't know the bunker was there until the moment you showed up. I seem to have trumped your entire police force.
When I get the DNA results from the bunker, we'll continue this conversation.
You have no concrete evidence against me whatsoever.
The lab results will be in soon. You won't get away with this. See that call? That's your arrest warrant and a one-way ticket to prison. I'll be right back. Hello, sir. I think I found the man who kidnapped Daisy Armstrong. I'm interrogating him now.
Hold on, Detective Locke. I have some bad news. Someone set fire to the cabin in the bunker. The fire department is on the scene, but they say it's too late.
That's impossible. My suspect has been in the interrogation room with me all evening.
We can't hold him. Suzanne Moreau. Her fingerprints are on the wine bottle found in the cabin. We also found an unknown person's fingerprints, but they don't match your suspects.
Sir, with all due respect, I'm convinced Michael Clark is involved.
Detective, I'm cutting you some slack already. But we cannot hold your suspect simply because you're convinced he's guilty. We have evidence that Suzanne was working with an accomplice, Noah Garrity. I order you to release the reporter and arrest this Moreau.
Let me just check my last lead. The DNA analysis of the hair found in the bunker safe. The results just came in.
I know how hard this is.
It was his color.
Okay. Get the DNA results. Detective Locke, I will give you 1 hour maximum. Then you close the file and arrest Suzanne Moreau.
Thank you, sir.
That was his color and his length. I'm pretty sure. Let's get some water. Ooh, and a mustache.
Not really my style, but I'll take it.
I had a feeling there'd be a mustache somewhere. Okay.
Who did you call earlier?
An editor from the Boston 6 News.
An editor you repeatedly said should fire you. That was your accomplice, wasn't it? You were telling him to start the fire.
An accomplice?
Noah or who's Jonas? Noah, right? It's gotta be Noah.
I know it was Noah you called.
I'm saying nothing more without the presence of my lawyer.
Stay right where you are. I'm not done with you yet.
Wow. Do I hear grounds for a lawsuit?
Some poor innocent woman is being accused instead of you. You set her up, didn't you?
You have to let me go, Detective.
All I need is one more phone call to the lab. I know it's you, and I'm going to prove it. Hello, this is Joanna Locke. I need the results of the DNA test I asked you for.
Hi, Detective. Sorry, we only have the DNA sequence. We haven't had time to compare it with the suspects yet. It'll take 7 more hours. I'm sorry, but you are not the only one on the waiting list.
Send your analysis to my computer in the office. I'll do the comparison myself.
I need authorization.
I have a murderer who is going to walk free unless I get those results now.
Fine, we'll send it to you right away, but I'll have to log this.
It's my last chance.
Okay, my office, huh? through this door. Wow, my office is right right next to the interrogation room.
Case files. A lot of them for our tiny town.
And which computer are we going for?
I'll add these to the file. Anything that will erase Clark's smile. This is all a game to him, and he doesn't expect to lose. The only comfortable chair in the whole station. But there's no time to rest.
Alright, the laptop it is. Okay. Unknown hair found at the crime scene. Unknown DNA found in the cabin. John Armstrong, Michael Clark, Suzanne Moreau. Okay. Suzanne Moreau, CTG, TTA, TAG. Okay, that matches. TGC. It's hers, isn't it? I think it's hers. Let's just double check. ATG. I mean, it looks like we found hers right there. So unfortunately, I think it's her. AGC. Yeah, it's not his hair, is it? John Armstrong. CTA. That's not even in here. The unknown DNA. GCA AT. No. Let's say GC. Yeah, it's Suzanne's. Can we get phone call logs? That would be good. And like a number. Oh, wait, we've got to drag it over. I see. Yeah.
No. No! Suzanne? I don't understand. I was sure it would be Clark's hair. I'll have to let him go.
He's still real bloody suspicious. I don't trust you, Mr. Investigative Reporter. I don't trust you at all. At all. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to let you go.
You can leave.
Sorry it didn't work out for you, Detective. Maybe you should consider a career change.
We are not done.
Oh, but we are, my dear. We are done.
Sleazeballs be sleazeballs indeed.
I had no choice but to return to the Armstrong house to arrest Suzanne Moreau.
I can't help but feel like she was set up. Because if her boyfriend was involved in it, he could easily have stolen a piece of her hair. And also, like, just taken the wine bottle from the place they went on their dates, like, back there, so that her DNA was on that. I'm certain she was set up.
The arrest warrant for Suzanne Moreau. Suzanne was set up by Clark and Noah. They are the kidnappers, but I'm not giving up. When Suzanne comes up for trial, I will fight for her defense. But for now, the district attorney is in charge. If I want to stay a detective, he always has the last word.
All the way from the root. I mean, people shed hair a lot. Wait, the root ball's the only place with DNA, really? It's not all the way down the hair? I'm not a biologist. So, thanks for that. But I mean, like, I shed hairs all the time. I'm sure something could have been just, like, grabbed off a brush or whatever. I don't know. That's just my instinct. Okay. Because I knew they could use hair for various things, but yeah, I guess it's just... why is that open?
The door is wide open. How strange.
Alright. Is there gonna be a dead body in here?
Hey, is anyone there? Miss Moreau? Miss Moreau? This is Detective Locke.
I guess we go to her room. She's either gonna be not in there or dead, right? It's one of those things. I'm going for dead. Like, look, her hair's not even that colour. The piece of hair there was black. She's a ginger.
Miss Moreau, can you hear me? It's me, Detective Locke. You must get up now. Miss Moreau? Miss Moreau, can you hear me? Suzanne Moreau is dead. There are no traces of blows or injuries on her body. She doesn't seem to have defended herself from anyone.
Overdose? Oh look, sleeping pills again.
It appears Suzanne killed herself by ingesting all these drugs.
Nothing hidden in there. Eiffel Tower keychain. Is the ring still in here? Yep.
Her glasses are missing.
Yeah. Where are her glasses gone? Les Mis. What a chunky book. You could bludgeon someone with this.
Suzanne's diary is missing.
Ah, now that's suspicious. Why would her diary be missing? Dear Miss Moreau, please forgive this letter. Dr. Adams has been unable to reach you for several days. We wanted to let you know that your mother passed peacefully, oh no, during the night of Saturday, March 29th. Please contact us if you'd like assistance with arrangements for her, or if there is anything else we can do.
Suzanne was telling the truth about her mother.
War and Peace Are you saying that you've been hit in the head with War and Peace before? Ooh. I killed Daisy. I was scared she would tell if I released her from the cabin alive. I can't live with myself and what I've done. That's a tweet that wasn't sent. I think. Oh, it sounds like Twitter was not, or maybe this is Facebook, actually. The tent went away in time. Yeah.
She must have realized at last how she'd been used. The death of her mother would have been an additional shock, and the self-righteous court of social media was as quick as usual to try and convict her. I called the district attorney to inform him. This is Detective Locke, sir. I'm at the Armstrong house.
Have you arrested Suzanne Moreau?
She's dead, sir. Apparent suicide, but I need a forensics team.
She killed herself out of remorse for her part in the crime.
We don't know that yet. I'm calling forensics now, but I wanted you to know.
What a mess. Stay on site until forensics arrive.
Yes, sir. Standing by. The investigation was officially closed. I was certain that she was innocent, and Clark had been responsible for 4 deaths and then vanished into thin air. With $1 million. Dollars marked, though, and not easily spent. I didn't care if the case was officially closed. I swore, Mr. Poirot, whatever it took, I would hunt him down.
Well, I don't think he's on this train.
I waited for the forensics team, then went into the station to write my report. I was officially off the case.
Thank you, mademoiselle. That obviously cannot be the completion of your story. If I might ask a question?
Of course.
4 deaths, including the mother and her unborn child. Because we're assuming that the miscarriage was basically caused by the stress of finding out that her other child was dead, I think. Who was Ratchet? Noah? Or Michael Clark? What did Ratchet look like? I can't remember what Ratchet looked like. Can I see that? No? I can't go into my menu to look at that. Probably Noah, right? Because we haven't seen Noah before.
Suzanne Moreau's boyfriend, the one who manipulated her and burned down the cabin. This was Ratchet?
No, he was an accomplice. Clark, the phony journalist, was the leader.
Michael Clark, the reporter. He was Ratchet?
Absolutely. I was the only law enforcement official to question Clark. I knew this wasn't his first kidnapping.
You looked for similar cases. What do you Americans call the MMOs?
Means, motive, and opportunity. Yes, I looked for someone in plain sight. Someone on the edge of a kidnapping case. Someone in plain view, keeping track of the investigations. An innocent witness, a concerned neighbor, even another reporter.
And eventually you found a name behind an alias.
Yes, I found a name. Cassetti, the real name. The real name of the man you call Ratchet is Cassetti.
This explains much, mademoiselle, but not all.
It explains why she is our #1 suspect.
But not how she came to be on this train. Attends, she has grown pale.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Excuse me, Mr. Poirot. I don't feel very well.
You are exhausted and still feeling the effects of the drug. Stay with us, mademoiselle. One more effort. I need to know your recent movements.
And what
I snuck aboard the train.
This I observed. You came directly to this room?
Yes. Yes, and other than a couple of careful trips to the ladies yesterday, I never left this room. I didn't want to be spotted by Ratchet. Yesterday, I chatted with my roommate, Miss Schmidt, I think, here in our room. She brought me some dinner. I got very sleepy and nodded off.
And now she nods off again. Is this a joke? She must be faking so we can't interrogate her further, Poirot.
No, Book. She really seems to have fallen asleep again. It is my fault. She must have been given a dangerous dose of sleeping pills last night. The effects
Someone
should wear
is
off
feeding
soon, I
sleeping
hope,
pills
but
to
I
a
am
lot of
afraid
people.
asking her to tell us her story was too much for her.
Pinch her, Poirot. She's faking.
Her eyes are dilated. She is not faking, and there will be no pinching. Dr. Constantine, please stay with her. Monsieur Bouc, ask the other passengers to gather in the dining car. There
Can
are
we-
still many questions I need to ask.
But
Can we
all
have
of them
her
together?
handedness and the
Won't someone
doctors?
overhear you questioning the others?
I will speak softly because I am trained to do so. They will speak softly because they want to.
Very well. I will do as you say.
I feel like we should have known her handedness based on things that I wasn't paying attention to. You still think the father is connected to the retired army man? Yeah, but other than them both being retired army and both being British, there's no evidence they would have met each other.
I'll stay here to watch over Miss Locke.
Take a look out the window again. I love this view. Actually, now let's go to persons. Yeah, he doesn't look a whole lot like Clark. Yeah. Oh no, wait. It says he's American. I thought he was British. Yeah, they could have been around this. They were around the same age, I guess. He was only 38. Gosh, being in the army ages you. What? Why do you have a nesting doll?
I hope we will be leaving soon.
Why? Also, am I going to like the entirely the room? Yeah, interrogate them. Oh, in the dining car. What is that?
I should go and interview the passengers in the restaurant car.
Oh, is it a juicer? I guess it's a juicer. You wanted us to go back to... I don't know if we'll be able to get into his room. Was there an army photo? I don't remember an army photo. Also, were we going for a crime scene, which I can't get into? Oh well, I know, not the crime scene. It wouldn't be the crime scene. 106. Yeah, we can't go into 106 right now.
The passengers who agreed to come and talk to you are assembled, Poirot. Mr. Masterman is already here to answer your questions.
Perfect. Thank you, my friend. Sit down, Monsieur Masterman, please.
Thank you.
Does the name Cassetti mean anything to you?
No. Should it?
Have you heard of the Armstrong kidnapping case?
Of course. It was all over the news a few years ago.
Your employer's real name is Cassetti. He was the man behind that kidnapping.
Mr. Ratchet was... He murdered that poor little girl?
Mr. McQueen, the man you worked for is a kidnapper named Cassetti.
What? What kidnapping?
He murdered his victim, a child named Daisy Armstrong.
The Armstrong kidnapping?
You had no idea of Monsieur Ratchet's real name?
Damn skunk!
Why are you so upset?
My father was the district attorney who handled the case, Mr. Poirot.
Ooh.
I saw Mrs. Armstrong more than once. She was a lovely woman, so gentle and heartbroken. If ever a man deserved what he got, Ratchet, or Cassetti, is the man. He didn't deserve to live.
Madame Olson, have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
No, I've never heard of it.
It was only 2 years ago. It was famous.
Maybe so, but it was not famous in Spain, where I have been helping the refugees from Africa.
You've never heard the name Daisy Armstrong?
No, never.
Daisy Armstrong? No.
No.
No! No!
Yes. It was all over the English tabloids before I went to Jordan. A horrific crime that claimed the lives of an entire family and their wrongfully accused nanny. That's right, isn't it?
Quite so.
I thought the culprit had been punished.
Some might say that the culprit was punished last night.
Oh, my heavens.
May I ask you a few more questions?
Yes, of course.
Have you ever lived in the US?
You read about the crime, as you said, in the tabloids.
Yes, that's right. For weeks, news of the royal family was eclipsed.
Have you ever been to the United States, mademoiselle?
No, never. Jordan was really my first trip abroad.
You were in Jordan?
Yes, I was an English tutor there to the children of a high official. Until recently.
Yeah. What's your relationship with Captain Arbuthnot?
What is your relationship to Captain Arbuthnot?
Who?
A former soldier traveling with us. You must have met him.
Ah, yes, I met him on the platform in Istanbul. We only had a brief exchange of pleasantries, nothing more. British Reserve and all that.
Ah, the British Reserve. Yes, with this I am familiar.
Lying. We only had a brief discussion. I don't talk to strangers in general. I was an English tutor in Jordan. I mean, this is the lie.
Are you sure everything you have told me is accurate, Mademoiselle Debenham?
Of course.
Looks at the restaurant, earring in the hotel.
Mademoiselle, I know that you met Captain Arbuthnot at the Tocatlian Hotel.
You were spying on me.
I am very attentive to my surroundings. It helps in my profession.
Well, it's your word against mine.
I had occasion to be of some assistance in recovering Captain Arbuthnot's train ticket. While searching his room, I also discovered one of your earrings. Whatever your relationship may be to the good captain, I doubt it has anything to do with British Reserve. You will not tell me your secret, mademoiselle?
I can't. I don't know what you mean.
Poirot, Miss Debenham's got nothing to do with this business. Nothing. Do you hear?
Oh, is he gonna punch me? How should he dodge? Backwards or down? Backwards. Apparently he's not good at
Archie,
dodging.
stop.
Captain, no! This behavior is unworthy of an officer and a gentleman.
Leave her alone! Have you no honor?
Archie, we should go.
Archie.
Captain Arbuthnot, I am certain you are a brave soldier, but you are a poor actor. The truth is that
Because you're her lover.
your relationship with Miss Debenham is beyond doubt, Captain. Your reaction was apparently that of a man trying to protect the woman he loves. I might understand that if your relationship were some cleverly disguised secret, but it is not. You make puppy dog eyes at one another at every opportunity. You cannot hide your love. Everybody knows.
I advise you to stop with your accusations, Mr. Poirot. I'm going to escort Miss Debenham back to her compartment. Make of that what you will.
I will.
The captain and Mademoiselle Debenham are obviously adamant about not revealing their relationship, but
Which
this
of them's
scene
married?
convinced me there is more that is not so obvious.
This murder has everyone on edge. In my 25-year career, I have never seen such madness aboard the Orient Express.
I understand, my friend. The more we learn, the more perplexing this train ride becomes. But we have other clues to pursue.
What do you have in mind?
The broken watch on Monsieur Ratchet's wrist, for example, and the handkerchief found near the body. Who does that belong to?
This little drama we have just witnessed has not put you off the scent.
Far from it, my friend. Will you return to your watch over Mademoiselle Locke?
Yes, I will. Dr. Constantine can probably use a break.
Good.
Au revoir, Poirot.
What if they're married to each other but no one can know? Maybe. Who owns the handkerchief? What's the letter embroidered on the handkerchief? That's a H.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
Who could that belong to? H could be for Hardman. Could be for Hildegard. Hotaru? Probably not, though. Hector. Hubbard. And the two people that we don't have an extra name for. Dr. Constantine and Mrs. Andreni.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Interrogate suspects whose name begins with H and suspects whose name we do not know. Right. The watch. What hypotheses? 3 of them. It could have been tampered with by the murderer. It could have shown the time of the murder. Or it could have been wrong because we are traveling across time zones.
Yes, there are only 3 possible hypotheses. The watch has been tampered with, or it is out of adjustment, or it indicates the time of the murder. I shall explore these last 2 possibilities before reaching any conclusions. If the watch is out of adjustment, it may be broken. There may also be another reason related directly to Ratchet. Maybe the watch is set to another time zone.
Yeah, because it could easily have been set to another time zone. Because we are traveling across them. Was the watch defective before the crystal was broken? This. It's still trying to go.
The watch was not defective because the second hand is still moving. Et voilà.
If Ratchet is dead at 1:15, the information that is contradictory is that someone was impersonating him before he was dead.
That was easy.
Check the time zones between where we are now and Istanbul. Okay, Istanbul must be at UTC +2, because that's where we started.
Good.
And we're currently at UTC +1, because we left Vinkensky and we're moving our way towards Venice.
Adequate.
So it's out. It could be out by an
This
hour.
theory is correct. Then the murder took place at 12:15 a.m. I must interrogate all the passengers to see if any of them have an alibi for this hour.
And that makes sense because someone impersonating him being alive before he died doesn't make any sense. So if the watch time is when he died, then it makes more sense that it's 12:15. Cross-check known alibis. Okay, the people whose alibis overlap. Captain Arbuthnot with Mr. McQueen. Miss Dabenham with Miss Olsen. Miss Morley and Miss Nielsen with Mr. Fletcher. And Monsieur Book. Monsieur Book. Did Book go to see Miss Hubbard? No. Monsieur Book was... Yeah, Monsieur Book was talking to Dr. Constantine. Just trying to remember things from a week ago. Alright, so cross-check the alibis. Now we need to go talk to people again. We might as well start with Hotaru for H. Wait, no. He's not here. Prayer will know where he is.
I'm sorry, sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Yep, that looks like baking. Looks like baking to me.
Sorry to bother you, Monsieur Mori. I have a question to ask you.
Please make it quick. I have a meal to prepare.
This handkerchief embroidered with an H, is it yours?
No, I've never seen it before.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be
Thank
Japanese.
you. That is all I wanted to know.
I hope your investigation won't interfere with today's menu.
I'm sure it won't interfere with the menu. How late in the day is it? Well, judging by the shadows on the snow, and the I don't know which direction we're in, we're sort of heading west. That's the back of the train. No, I have no idea what time it is because those shadows don't make sense. What's going on with this juicer?
Monsieur Foscarelli, I would like to ask you a few questions, if you allow me.
Ah, Signore Poirot, is it? I was wondering when you'd get around to me. Unfortunately, you find me on a mission of mercy.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot. Sorry, we have a small problem. The orange juicer has broken down and I can't fix it. Mr. Foscarelli has kindly offered to help me.
It isn't the car engine, but I am doing my best.
Even with the two of us, we can't manage.
Let me guess. You call upon Poirot to help.
I'd be happy to answer your questions when we finished.
Alright, let's... It looks like it just needs some gears putting back in the right place. Okay. So we need... Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably more. We need something large enough on there. It's gonna be one of the larger gears. Yeah. Now we need something to go up here, probably? Smaller gear? No. Okay, we can't actually take that off. Alright. We can just move it, I guess. Nope, nope, not that one. Okay, actually that does go there, I think. Just gonna shift that again. Nope, not that one. There's no reason to put that there. No, that's not right. Are you sure it's not this one? No, because that's too far in. We need something big here. But I don't have something big. Oh, we can put them back down again. I can't grab any of the gears that are currently in there. Wait, is that the same as this? It is. There's only 2 types of gears. Ooh, wait. What if it's a small gear? And then a large one on top of it? No. Okay. I've only got two gears here. And we need it to connect over to here. Oh wait, no. Of course, we need a small gear on there. And then a big gear here. Of course. Then a larger gear here should connect it up to there. And then another larger one here? Yep, and then that moves there, and smaller gear on top of here.
Voila.
There we
Should
go.
work correctly now.
It should in fact work like clockwork. Ahem.
Bravo! I should stick to automobiles.
Well, now we can talk calmly. Monsieur Foscarelli, is it?
Antonio Foscarelli, delighted, Monsieur Poirot.
You have, of course, heard about Ratchet's murder last night.
Oh, naturally. It is all anyone is talking about.
Have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, it has been a primary market for our cars for the last 10 years.
You remember the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The name, yes. It was a little girl, A baby, was it not?
Yes, a very tragic affair. Did you know that Cassetti, the kidnapper, was actually Ratchet?
Oh, no. Then he deserved to die. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
So what was your alibi for this person that you think deserved to die?
Can you tell me your movements on the night of the murder?
I went to bed right after dinner, but I slept very badly. My roommate, Mr. Masterman, had a toothache. Oh, he moaned all night. It woke me up several times.
Did you hear anything or notice anything unusual?
No, nothing that I can think of. I stayed in my bed all night.
I mean, I think we checked this guy's handedness just by looking at what hand he had his coffee in.
Well, thank you, Mr. Foscarelli.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more, Signore. I remain at your disposal if you should need me.
Thank you so much, Monsieur Poirot. I can put orange juice back on the menu.
Because I think we've checked the hands of anyone who wasn't the princess at this point.
Enchanté, mademoiselle. You are Hildegard Schmidt?
I am, Herr Foll. And you, I know, are Herr Poirot.
Correct. May I ask you for a few minutes of your time to answer a few questions?
With pleasure, but first may I ask for your help?
Why does this not surprise me?
That's what the nesting doll is for.
No.
I am at your service, Fraulein.
My mistress, Princess Dragomirov, has asked me to open this traditional Matryoshka doll. There is a trinket inside she must retrieve.
Madame, in my experience, each Russian nesting doll simply pulls apart to reveal the next one inside.
Indeed. Yet try it for yourself.
As you wish.
Ah, you are a gentleman.
Is this Matryoshka a puzzle box? I don't see the here. Oh, hello. Okay, great. Rotate it so the flowers match. Okay, I can't actually make the flowers match with that one. So we need a different side. Okay, flowers match. Flowers match. Ooh! That didn't even match properly, okay. Okay. Should I just have all the flowers matching all the way down? If I just have them be all the purple flower? That would be a no. Okay. What if I have them be all the blue flower? Oh, or maybe I should be looking at the tiny flowers. It did. My slider was very sensitive, was it? Clearly we're not matching flowers. Oh, actually. We've matched small flowers to small flowers there. I don't think there was a small... bluish flowers on here at all, was there? No. Okay. Small reddish flowers are, I think, all with the red. Ooh, wait, there's two different, actually. Wait. Small bluish flowers, small bluish flowers, small bluish flowers. Okay, the small bluish flowers on everything except for that one. Small bluish flowers. But the small bluish flowers on everything at the bottom here. Separated together, separated together. That doesn't help me. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Sorry, orange even. Orange, pink, orange, pink again. It doesn't make sense. I want to see the other one. Show me the other one. Wait a second. A clue. Pink, orange, dark blue, light blue. Right. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Right. Pink, orange, dark blue, light blue. Okay. Pink, orange, dark blue, light blue. There we go. There was a clue. Is there a clue again? Okay, don't think I can see a clue this time. Okay. It looks like it might... Oh, hello. Okay, those two move at the same time. Oh, boy. No, I just want to match the orange ones up. Okay. Like this. That doesn't work. Because they spin at different speeds. I think. Or do they? I'm very confused right now. Okay, wait. If I grab the bottom one, they move at the same speed. If I grab the top one, the bottom one moves at a slightly different speed. Okay. There we go. I made it work. I made it work eventually. Eventually, if you mess around with something enough, you get the answer, right? It hasn't exploded, and this is probably the trinket in question. To my dearest friend.
The inscription reads, "To my dearest friend."
Oh, thank you very much. This doll reminds her of her youth in Russia. It was very hard under the Soviet regime, but thanks to her strength of will, she rose to be the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg. Even though she now lives in Berlin, it is said that the Kremlin still fears her.
She must be a formidable woman indeed. You are her maid?
I am her companion. I help her in her daily tasks, and I keep her company.
Ah, forgive me. You will have heard of Ratchet's murder last night.
Yes, of course. Everyone is talking about it.
Can you tell me how you occupied your time last night?
Just after we left Istanbul, I had tea with my roommate, Fräulein Locke. I went to dinner with the princess, and when I returned to my compartment, Fräulein Locke was already asleep. A little later, Herr Michel, the conductor, came to get me because Madame la Princesse needed my help. Her back troubles her. I massaged her for about an hour.
Do you remember the time?
I'm sorry, I do not, mein Herr.
Have you lost a handkerchief embroidered with an H, madame?
Oh, no, monsieur.
I thought perhaps since your first name is Hildegard.
It is not mine, I tell you. I could not afford something so nice. I have no idea who it belongs to.
My apologies, I did not mean to alarm you.
How did you know it was nice? I've owned really cheap initial embroidered handkerchiefs.
Thank you for answering my questions, madame.
Like, particularly when it's only embroidered with like one letter, you can just like buy them. Like, I had a set with my initial on them when I was a kid. Pills everywhere on this moving metal box. Wait, it's not moving very much now.
Monsieur, I am Hercule.
I know who you are, Monsieur Poirot. What do you want?
Answers to a simple question or two.
All right, but quickly. My wife is quite ill. I would like to stay by her side.
I promise. First of all, I imagine you know about the murder.
Of course. The Countess is terribly distressed.
Your full name?
Rodolphe Adreny.
Your home is?
Budapest.
And how do you come to be aboard the Orient Express?
I am a Hungarian diplomat. My family has represented our homeland since the revolution from the Soviet Union in 1956. I was on my country's business in Istanbul. Business which I cannot discuss.
And your wife often accompanies you on your diplomatic missions?
Yes, and why not? Was there anything else you wanted to know?
What hand do you use? So he is a Hungarian diplomat. 34 feels right? But also it feels very young to be a diplomat. But he doesn't... He could be in his 50s. Nope, 34.
That was easy.
Who on this train would be 18? Good question.
Can you tell me how you spent last night?
I was in our compartment with my wife. She went to bed early. I played a video game on my phone. Around 11 o'clock in the evening, my wife woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. She took a sleeping pill. As for me, I went to bed soon after that and slept straight through until morning.
There's so many people with sleeping pills on this train.
Have you ever been to the United States?
I was posted to the Hungarian embassy in Washington for a year.
You knew perhaps the Armstrong family.
Armstrong? Armstrong. It is difficult to recall. One meets so many people.
You're just playing Candy Crush while a murder is happening. It sounded like it was a little bit earlier than the murder, but yeah.
It was the kidnapping of a child, a very sad affair. The culprit was the man on this train who called himself Ratchet, the one who was murdered last night.
Indeed. It sounds like justice finally caught up with him.
Thank you for your time. Now, I'd like to speak to your wife, if you don't mind.
It's impossible. As I told you, my wife is very ill. Thank you, and good luck with the investigation.
Eh bien, the good Count does not appear to want me to talk to his wife.
We still don't know who owns a Scarlet Kimono. I guess a lot of people decided they might need sleeping pills to sleep on the train. Alright, American lady?
Madame Hubbard, may I ask you a question or two? It won't take long.
Anything I can do to help.
Did you lose a handkerchief?
Have you misplaced a handkerchief recently?
No, I don't think so. Why?
We found a handkerchief
she was going
embroidered
into
with
her
the letter
purse for a
H,
handkerchief,
so I
wasn't
thought it
she?
might have been yours.
I'm sorry, but it's not. It may belong to Miss Schmidt, Princess Dragomirov's lady's maid. I believe her first name is Hildegard.
It is a possibility. Anyone could be lying, of course. I thank you, madame.
I think some people will find it easier to sleep on this train than others. I feel like my main issue would be the noise rather than the moving. And I would have just brought earplugs. That's my room.
Hello. Can I do something for you?
Hello, Monsieur Hardman, I believe. You have heard of the murder?
Cyrus Hartman. Yes, and the fact that there's been a murder is all over the train.
You do not seem very concerned about it, monsieur.
It's not the first murder I've run across.
I had no idea the selling of toys was so dangerous. I did overhear you mention at dinner that this is your profession.
Toy salesman is a cover. I'm a private detective, just like you, from the U.S.
Really? Alright, you're an American private detective, apparently. You're definitely over 21. Are you over 30?
I must admit I'm not...
You are over 30.
That's the right answer.
You use heavy metal music to sleep to. That is something. I need silence. Or as close to silence as I can get.
I did not expect to find another detective on this train.
I just finished a job in Istanbul when I received an email from Ratchet. He hired me to protect him.
Something you failed to do.
I'm not happy about that. He'd received some threatening letters. I was supposed to watch his back, and yeah, something I failed to do. But he seemed to think he was in more danger when he left the train.
He was traveling to Paris?
I assume so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Can anyone on this train confirm your identity?
Yeah, that McQueen kid. Ratchet's secretary.
Were you on duty last night?
You bet. I kept my door open a crack and I watched all night. No one entered that car who didn't belong there.
Did you see anything in particular?
The conductor, Michel. He was there most of the time too, except for 15 minutes or so after we left Vinkovsky. He must have answered a call from Ratchet's room, then he was absent again for a while around 1 a.m. After that, he didn't move until 5.
Yeah, this guy tried to hire 2 detectives to protect him. He could be Noah, that's true.
Monsieur Hardman, have you heard of the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The kidnapping 3 or 4 years ago? Who hasn't? Why?
Ratchet's real name was Cassetti. I have reason to believe he was the kidnapper.
What? He killed that little girl? No, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Do you have any idea who was behind the threatening letters?
I don't know his name, but Ratchet told me he was a small man. Dark hair, with a womanish kind of voice.
Oh, thank you for your help. Is this handkerchief embroidered with an H yours?
Do I look like the kind of guy who would use a handkerchief like that?
You asking about Night Vale? You did in fact spell it wrong.
Thank you for answering my questions, Monsieur Hardman.
Listen, Poirot. I know I fell down on the job, but if you need help, any at all, let me know. I'd like to make it right.
Somebody's got a BlackBerry.
Ah, it has been a while since I have seen one of those.
Right? It has indeed been a while since I've seen one of those. Yeah, Welcome to Night Vale is great.
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
Very well, madam. I'll come back later. But you will need to speak to me.
The princess does not want to talk.
So, my friend, have you finished your investigation?
No, but I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Okay. I stay here to watch this young lady.
Doctor?
Excuse me, Doctor. May I ask you a question?
Anything that can help the investigation, Mr. Poirot.
What's your first name?
I wanted to know what your first name is, Doctor.
My name is Robert. Why?
To find out if the handkerchief embroidered with an H could have been yours.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Poirot. Cloth handkerchiefs are a playground for viruses. I would not touch one.
Yeah, okay.
I hope your investigation is going well, Mr. Poirot.
As well as it could be. What are you reading? The Call of the Wild by Jack London. Nice choice of reading materials.
Monsieur McQueen, may I ask you a question?
Anything I can do to help, Mr. Poirot?
This handkerchief embroidered with an H, is it yours?
No, I don't use cloth handkerchiefs.
Alright. We appear to be running low on
I
H's.
won't bother you anymore.
Hello, Hunter. How are you doing? Speaking of H's. missing for alibis. The Countess and Reni, kind of. Princess Dragomirov. We are missing the alibi of. Yeah, we need to find a way to talk to the Countess. Hey, Book, maybe you can help me.
So, my friend, have you finished your investigation?
No, but I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Okay. I stay here to watch this young lady.
Nope, he's not gonna be of any help. PS4 camera. Ah, yes, because the PS4 can you can live stream directly from it, can't you? Alright, how do I speak to the Countess? I need someone to distract her husband. I feel like a staff member might be able to help with that. Obviously not. Oh, actually, no, you said you were going to help, Mr. Pasquarelli, but maybe not. Let's take a look in this room again, just because I can. Nothing's changed in here. Where did the conductor go anyway? I haven't seen him in a while. All right, let's just pester them then. We don't seem to be able to re-talk to anyone else down there, so... I would really like to speak to your wife.
I would like to speak to Countess Andrény, please.
As I have already told you, she is in no condition to speak to you.
Monsieur le Comte, I am investigating a murder.
I wish you every success, but my wife is too frail to be questioned.
Well, I tried to be polite.
Monsieur, if I am to catch this murderer, I will need your help.
My help? I am at your service, Poirot.
You protect your wife.
You are very protective of your wife, Count Andrény.
Does that surprise you? Her vertigo can be very dangerous.
I believe there are many kinds of vertigo.
If you don't mind, I'd rather talk to a doctor, not a detective, if you'd excuse me.
Well, I can go get the doctor. Although I don't think that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Monsieur, if I am to catch this murderer, I will need your help.
My help? I am at your service, Poirot.
You are obviously a devoted husband, Count Andrini.
My wife means the world to me. There were questions in Budapest about a Hungarian diplomat marrying an American woman.
It did not deter you.
I would have given up my position for her. I would think it is universal. Are you married, Mr. Poirot?
No. I fear marriage is not for me. But her condition, is it very grave?
She is suffering a bout of vertigo. You understand? The room spins.
I can go and get the doctor for you.
I think Dr. Constantine could help your wife.
There is a doctor on this train? I did not know. Where is this doctor?
You should go get him.
I think Dr. Constantine is in the lounge car.
Oh,
Not,
Poirot,
the
you just
conductor can
lied
tell you
to
where
him.
he is.
Very well, I will find him. Thank you very much.
You know exactly where the doctor is.
Forgive me for intruding, madame. I am Hercule Poirot.
I know who you are, Mr. Poirot. I overheard you send my husband on a wild goose chase.
Your husband cares for you greatly, madame. I apologize for exploiting that fact. But the situation is urgent, and I need to ask you a few questions.
Apology accepted. I realize you must speak to everyone. This horrendous murder. It's very upsetting.
That is a beautiful music box.
Please don't touch the music box. It's a fragile family heirloom.
Your accent, is it American? Boston, perhaps?
You have a good ear, Mr. Poirot. Yes.
Boston, perhaps.
Born and raised in what we call the Back Bay.
Are you in the diplomatic service like your husband?
No, not officially. I was still in college when I met Rudy 2 years ago. I keep myself busy handling his scheduling, travel, appointments.
Ah, what is the saying? Behind every great man there is a great woman.
That was the saying. Today one might reverse the sentiment as well, don't you think?
Of course, I stand corrected.
So, she's American. And doesn't have a profession, technically. And, okay. So she was still in college when she met him 2 years ago. Then she's 21. Right? Still feels really young there, but yeah.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
A handkerchief embroidered with an H was found at the crime scene. By any chance, does your first name begin with an H?
No, my first name is Elena, with an E.
Alright, what's your alibi, lady?
Can you tell me what you did last night?
Well, my husband and I went to dinner. Then we came back here. We went to bed around 10 o'clock. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't, because of the shaking of the train. I suffer from vertigo. I finally took a sleeping pill and that did the trick.
When
More
did the
sleeping
train's
pills.
motion prevent you from sleeping?
Between midnight and 2 a.m. I know because I must have looked at my watch about 10 times.
I see.
Which of these sentences contains a lie? My husband and I went to dinner. We went back to our compartment and were in bed by 10 o'clock. No, I think that works. Between midnight and 2, I tried to sleep but couldn't because of the shaking of the train. Though that's a lie, the train wasn't moving. See ya, Hunter.
Calm now, Countess. You are not telling me the truth.
Why do you say that?
Because the train was stopped.
The train stopped at 12:30 a.m. due to snow. So there was no shaking of the train. But you told me that it was the shaking that prevented you from sleeping.
I don't know, you're confusing me. My vertigo.
Madame, a man died last night. You can't talk nonsense just because you're sick. You are hiding something from me.
How dare you? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to find my husband.
Well, it's time to investigate their room.
It was unkind, I know, but my strategy worked. I can now inspect this room in peace.
Another drama lady. Alright. Three pairs of earrings and a necklace. Fancy. Sleeping pills. Sleeping pills. It's the farmer sleep 3000 again.
These must be the sleeping pills that Countess Andreni took last night.
Oh, fancy puzzle box.
There seems to be something missing here.
Leaf. Something else. Okay, we could just match like those three. No? Okay.
It's closed.
It's all the same things. Three little birds. No, okay. I need some more evidence. Some ideas. Ooh, hello. Ah, right. Okay, it tells me. Oh, it's a rose, the first thing. Okay. Rose first, then leaf, then bird. Rose, leaf, bird. Aha! A crank. A crank for the music box. Oh, the crank goes here. What is this button for? It's not a very nice music box. I think I need a clue. The Great Gatsby. Okay. Seems to be everything then. Alright, let's look at this again. It's gotta be something to do with this, right? It's gotta be at a certain point. There we go. Was the clue that I needed to stop it at the bit where it was kind of weird? Oh, we need to match that up. So we need the star over here. There. I saw. Oh, yeah, the metal bits in the drawer. I'd noticed those, but hadn't really thought about it. A locket.
An engraving written in, I believe, Russian Cyrillic. It looks like a first name.
That begins with a H.
For my beautiful young ladies, Helena and Sonia. Helena with an H.
That does.
It's Countess Andreni with an older girl.
Poirot! Have you no shame?
I do in fact have no shame.
Monsieur, I am afraid shame is not a very helpful emotion for a detective trying to get at the truth.
What are you doing in our compartment?
I am investigating a murder, Count Andreni.
My wife is ill.
My apologies, monsieur, but
Your
your
wife
wife seemed in perfect
Helena,
health when she
not
left the room
Elena.
to find you. I do apologize, but I needed to search your compartment.
You will regret this, Poirot.
Please, Count. You aren't going to challenge me to a duel, are you? Countess, I'm afraid I took the liberty of inspecting your little music box.
How dare you?
The message in the medallion was addressed to you and Sonia. Sonia Armstrong. Your older sister? The mother of Daisy, the murdered child.
Well.
I am a Hungarian diplomat. You have no official standing here. You
Are
have
you
no
claiming
right
diplomatic
to
immunity?
No, Rudolph. Let me speak. It's useless to deny what this gentleman says. I am Helena Goldenberg, the sister of Sonia Armstrong, and Daisy was my niece. The music box is a gift from my sister's godmother, a very close friend to my mother. We hid the truth from you when we learned that the man killed last night was the person who destroyed my family. I panicked. I didn't want to be accused.
That is also why you lied about the H in your first name?
Exactly. Your ferreting about looking for the H is obviously part of your investigation.
If I found a handkerchief in Monsieur Ratchet's room embroidered with an H, I might suspect you had been there.
A handkerchief? I don't have any handkerchiefs embroidered with my initial. To be honest, that sounds awfully old-fashioned to me.
I give you my word of honor that last night, Helena never left her compartment. My wife is telling you the truth, Poirot.
I hope so. I'll let you rest.
Well.
The matter of the H on the handkerchief still needs clearing up.
No one has claimed this handkerchief.
But first, I should check the inscription on the back of the medallion.
I'm guessing it says Helena. Use Poirot's knowledge of Russian. Okay, we have something that looks like a H. N. Okay. An A. Something that looks kind of like a T, I think. Yeah. T. Like an N with a swoopy bit. Is it that? Ooh, this. Oh, whoops. Wait, no, there was an A first. An A first. Natalia. Natalia Dragomirov. Right?
I must admit I'm
Nope.
not
Was that not right?
this time.
Oh wait, no, the last one isn't an A. Last one isn't an A. It's something else. Is it this? No, that's not right. Ah, Natalia! I was trying to make it be Natalia.
Natalia. Would it be Natalia Dragomirov? She is the only Russian passenger on the train. In addition, her first name begins with an H in Cyrillic.
Aha!
I'm right again. That
We have
happens to
another
me a
H.
lot.
Ah, Cyrillic. Okay, the princess is. The princess's room is this way.
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
I'm sorry, madame, but a man has been murdered. I must ask you a few questions.
You must have misunderstood me. I cannot speak to you just now.
Madame, I know that Sonia Armstrong is your goddaughter.
Come in, please.
Please forgive my intrusion, madame, but I really must ask you some questions.
Then ask. I'll answer if it pleases me.
We have not been properly introduced, yet I have observed her a couple of times, so I can already deduce some things about her.
The things I can deduce is that she is a Russian, she is the director of a museum, and she is old.
That was easy.
I will first ask you about last night. Will you tell me your movements?
I went to bed just after dinner. I read until 11, then tried to sleep. Later I woke.
What caused you to awaken?
I suffered from back pain, a consequence of old age interfering with an active life. I called Schmidt around 12:45 a.m. to give me a massage. She did so until I fell asleep.
How long was she with you?
A good hour, I would say.
I see.
Is this your handkerchief?
The first initial of your first name, Natalia, in the Cyrillic alphabet looks exactly like the letter H in the Latin alphabet.
I'm Russian, Monsieur Poirot, and I was the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg for decades, until I moved to Berlin recently. I'm familiar with Cyrillic.
This handkerchief is yours, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. I lost it.
It was found in Monsieur Ratchet's room. Can you explain to me why Madame Schmidt didn't identify the handkerchief? She must have known it was yours.
Possibly to protect me. She is very loyal. Your next question will be, how did my handkerchief come to be lying by a murdered man's body? My reply to that is that I have no idea.
That is not an answer, madame.
It is all I am able to give you.
I like her.
I must tell you, Princess Dragomirov, I have discovered something astonishing.
And that is?
You are Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
You make that sound like a revelation. I have never hidden the fact, monsieur.
You knew Colonel Armstrong well, then?
I knew him slightly, but his wife, Sonia Armstrong, was my goddaughter. I was on terms of friendship with her mother, the actress Linda Arden. Linda Arden was a genius, one of the greatest tragic actresses in the world. I was not only an admirer of her art, I was a personal friend.
Very well, but this links you to the Armstrong kidnapping case. Helena Andreni is the sister of Sonia Armstrong, the late mother of Daisy Armstrong, kidnapped and killed by the man who was murdered on this train, Ratchet.
Indeed. Was it he? Then justice has at last been served.
Allow me to summarize.
Do I have a choice?
First coincidence, I shall call it. You are close to the Armstrong family, and the presumed assassin of Daisy Armstrong was killed while you were on board the same train. Second coincidence, your handkerchief happens to be found at the foot of the victim's bed. Third coincidence, one of the stab wounds inflicted on the body was by a left-handed person. You are left-handed. That is a lot of coincidences, Princess Dragomirov.
Well, Monsieur Poirot, call it fate. If you report to the police your coincidences, they will laugh. A woman of my age and frailty has violently murdered a man? With how many potential witnesses who saw me doddering along the corridor in the middle of the night like Lady Macbeth?
You are right, Princess. You could not work alone, which means you have one or more accomplices. And it is only a matter of time before I find out who they are.
I would appreciate it if you would remove yourself from my room and take your fantasies with you.
See. Ooh, what's this? This is her bird, her minor bird.
Привет! Привет!
I want to see the bird. We're not going to ask if she owns the scarlet kimono. That feels like the answer would be yes. I don't know, she feels like the sort of lady who would own that. Anyway, I think we're gonna leave it off there. And, find all of our accomplices next time, eh? There are a lot of people who feel like they're involved. So, yeah, we'll finish it up next time. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun. If you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. That's maybe below, maybe next to. I'm not sure what YouTube's doing right now. Yeah, you're right. It's probably the last stream next time. We're getting close. Yes. The streaming schedule gets posted both over here on YouTube in the community tab and also over on social media. This was the last stream of the week, so there'll be a new schedule up either later tonight or tomorrow, whenever I get it done. The next stream will be tomorrow, Monday, 7 PM, and that's going to be some more Radiant Tale. A game that is a lot further away from the end than I thought it was. Yes, hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thanks for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.